Hey everybody. Oh man, I've been having stream issues. I don't know why. Oh no, I screwed up. That whole YouTube Shorts live thing. Realized yesterday I hadn't been streaming to Twitch for some reason. And yeah, even just now I started to stream. It didn't start streaming right away. It took me a couple tries. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm up and running now. YouTube has all the past broadcasts if you are watching this and didn't realize that I was streaming for the past 4 days. And you want to watch them. Anyways, what's up? It's me. Oh, also, for some damn reason, my camera square was all zoomed in. So yesterday's stream is all like super close to my face. Much closer than I wanted. So I think I got things working. But I did start a little late now. Sorry. Ah, shoot. I just realized all my follow thing is gone. Where the hell did that go? It's gone. Shit. Oh no. Wait, hold on. I think I just have to bring it higher? Shoot, I have no idea. Awesome. Now my follow thing's gone. Let's refresh maybe. It's not showing. No. Come on, buddy. Refresh. Let's get rid of the URL. Let's add the URL. It's not doing anything now. Okay. Man, OBS sometimes be messing up. It's just not showing. Can I move up? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not letting me. I mean, it's not showing me my follow widget. And I bet you anything the chat widget doesn't work either now. What a nightmare. Bop, 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 bop. Well, don't really know how to. Oh. No, shoot. I thought it was hidden for some reason. Why is it not showing up? Alert box. Yeah, it's just like it's not doing anything. Oh, wait. Here we go. Something's showing now. properties. Okay. Let's put the whole thing there now. Weird. Let's see if it works in the browser. Oh, there's your problem there. How the funk do I get my widget? Damn it. Where is the... What? Content? No. Stream manager? Or alerts? Is it an alert? Maybe. I thought it might have been an alert, isn't it? Wait. Activity feed? No. No. Maybe it's Stream Manager. No, it's not here. Oh, streaming tools maybe? Stream key? No. I forgot how the hell I got this. Was it a Streamlabs thing? No, that was the... Yo, Compost, how you doing? Trying to figure out where the hell my followers widget, follower count widget went. Whatever, man. I give up. No follower count. Not that it was that great anyways. I just hate inconsistencies from stream to stream. My night's good. I was doing a lot of updates. I got developmental feedback from the editor for book 2, and I've been rewriting some parts, and I kind of got lost in it. That's why I'm a little late. But besides that, I'm ready to get back into the game. And yeah, yesterday I set up the staging site for Orbem order stage. That's this right here, and I pushed all my code to it so that I have a fresh version of the game, you know, without all my testing data and stuff from my local. So what I'm doing now is building the levels, because I think I've developed enough to the point where, like, if I develop any more things without having actual levels set up, that I'll have to end up developing things and setting things up, you know, differently, and because I need use cases, and you know, it's just kind of making things work. So let's see, where did I leave off? I was creating the Salverson cutscene, which is here. So we have Foresight, here's Salverson, his cutscene, it's right here. And we're going to take some dialogue from the book and make him do his thing. And then I need to develop a system that allows NPCs to walk to different points. So I need to set that up next, which I will do. So for now, I think I'm in a good spot to start that development. Okay, let's do that. So it's going to take some extra custom fields, and I need a repeater field in order to get this to work. So I'm actually going to close the stage site for now, go back to my local. Now I know what I need. Let's turn on my local. Boop. Add a compost interactive thing to the game. Compost interactive. Heck yeah. Ignore that error. It means nothing. How's your night going, compost? You a developer, programmer, or just interested in games? Okay, should be up and running now. Okay, so for now I can just treat Forno here as the person I'm going to move around. So let's jump into the code. Night is good, just relaxing before bed. Yeah, we spoke briefly last week. Oh yeah, that's right, you're the cybersecurity guy. That's right. I forgot. I don't know, why does your name not look familiar though? You didn't change your username, did you? No? Compost _ Yeah, that's weird. Huh. Well, welcome back. Cybersecurity. Always an interesting field. What happened in cybersecurity recently? Anything interesting? I can't remember. I feel like there were some attacks going on. I have been seeing a lot of WordPress related vulnerabilities on some some plugin being widely used that people are injecting some random malware into. It didn't make any sense to me though, so I don't even know how to describe it. Let's see. Let's go to my meta boxes. Okay. You deal with a lot of Java vulnerabilities. Java vulnerability. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, to be honest, can't even think of, I mean, I know what Minecraft is written in Java, but I can't really think of where a vulnerability would be in a language framework like that. I figured it'd be whatever the framework, whatever they're building on the framework or the language. Okay, so repeater fields are not super easy because you have two things. You have to save the amount of fields, and depending on how many fields there are is what you display in the meta box. So I can't just do a normal field save. I need to save all of them into an array of values, which I already do for explore projectile. You see I have URL with type. That's also like a multi-array, so we can just copy that. Let's start with the template. Is this an enemy thing? No, this is a normal thing. I guess I could make a new meta box for it. I do want this available to enemies and characters. Because it would be cool to make, you know, enemies move a certain way instead of just running at me. So let's just do it in the general metabox fields. Let's see, explore character and explore enemy. Okay, this is kind of dumb. Let's be a little dry here. A dupe. A boop. Alright. Let's reuse that. Man, my computer be exploding tonight. I've been having issues lately. I'm seriously considering like buying a new rig just for streaming, but I really like developing on this. Like on my MacBook Pro. It's just what I'm used to doing my development on. So I really hate it, like setting up new computers. I mean, it's fun, kinda, but shit. Setting up a PC right now does not sound too much fun. Okay, let's do the same thing for a new section. And these will be explore character and explore enemy. Alright. And then, what was it? I think this was an enemy thing. Woo. Here we go. Yeah, let's copy this junk. Alright. Okay. Dupe. Yeah, I was saying earlier that OBS has been freaking out, and I didn't realize, but I hadn't been streaming on Twitch for like the past 3 days. I caught the tail end yesterday just because somebody said something like, "Hey, you're not streaming on Twitch anymore," and because I was on YouTube, because I simulcast to YouTube, and I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like I started the stream. Nope. Apparently I was not on Twitch, so I had to restart it, and I only got like 30 minutes last night. Man, if someone gets a compost component in your game before I get a little off of a spell, I'm gonna lose my shit. Hell yeah, man. Both those sound pretty fun. The La Voilette. I mean, that name alone needs to be a town. You know what I mean? La Voilette Outpost. It's very fanciful. Welcome to the party. I'm creating a new set of custom fields so that I can make my NPCs like walk on a predefined path. Because I'm starting to develop levels now. And I need, like, after the cutscene for the dude to walk away. Given to French slaves to get sent off to war. Fun fact. La Voilette. Wait, does it mean French slaves? Or, like, they just named everybody La Voilette? Or is it like a derogatory term? Why are the dogs barking? Stupid. Just a super common French slave name. Oh, okay, got it. Fun fact. I don't know how fun that is, but I'm with you. Interesting. So I need this to be... So it'll start with just 2 fields next to each other, top and left. The entire section though will be like H2, and these fields will be called what? They'll be called travel path, walking path. Walking path works. So this is top. And this is gonna be class top. It's gonna be a number. Explore path. We'll call this. So basically, this needs to be like that. And then top. And this is how it'll save as an array in the editor. Boop. A dupe. And this will be in a nice little for each. And this will be what? Walking paths as walking point. Yes, perfectos. Okay. Hey, aren't you graduating? Like this weekend? Or do I not remember when you're graduating? I know you've told me like 3 times. Saturday morning. I was right. Look at that. You need to tell my wife that I remembered that. She thinks I can't remember anything. Saturday morning. Man. That's only 24 hours. You're gonna be going to sleep. And wake up and be done with school. That's crazy, man. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked for you. Index. Let's mark this with a number. So top. Index. That way I know right offhand which number in the path this is. Shit doesn't feel really... I know. Dude. I can't imagine, like, the weight that will come off your shoulders. It's gonna be great. Okay. Oh yeah, here. And then we need to change this to index. Oop. I guess I could have just taken the ish. I always retype things when I don't need to. And this is actually an attribute when it's in here. Alright. This is 2. Okay. Yep, that's the first one. Value is walking point top. Yeah, man. Congrats. That's freaking rad. And you're in a really cool field now. Lava's into data science. Doing a lot of like AI stuff, generative and large models and shit. Just a bunch of smart dudes here. Compost is cybersecurity. which is super sweet too. I'm in like the like doesn't matter field. Making websites pretty field. Like cybersecurity is like super important, saves lives, you know, the entire government needs it. We're getting attacked by countries. And then like AI, large data models, like it's like the thing of the future. It's gonna like cure cancer. And then I'm making a WordPress game. You know, and I just work on websites. Just, you know, just making some money. Don't mind me. Marketing saves lives. It does not. Okay, we'll do top and left. Oop. Copy, paste. Left. This is the left position. Alright, man. Have a good one, Compost. Stay safe. Keep everybody safe. I'll see you next time. Day before my graduation, I finally had a company reach out to schedule off. Hell yeah. It's like they knew. That's sick, man. Nothing's better than having a job when you need one. That's fucking cool. What kind of company? Is it a Fang? Fucking Google trying to snipe you? Your walking path will be coming from you. Why is this on the screen? Not in my particular field, but at least it's a job. It's a medical company. Nah, dude. That's big. Hell yeah. That's how it works, man. You get your foot in the door. You start whatever you're doing, interning or doing minor computer shit, IT work, whatever it is, and then, you know, position opens, you create a position, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh cool, now you're leading AI, generative AI on medical fucking organization, database organization or some shit. And then what happens? You fucking do that for 2 years, and then you go and apply for a company with the experience, you know, with what you need to actually be in that thing you wanted to do. So it's like me, spent 6 years fucking working at a photo studio, you know? I was on a computer. I was doing computer work, and I like slowly did little bits of web development for the company, for the clients, you know, like I built little slideshows to show the photos that we were sending to the clients, and I built little websites for them to do that. And then, you know, that gave me the in-company experience, and then my next job was, you know, running a website. They're all connected, which is cool. And hey, shit, maybe you'll find something else you like, you know. Exactly, I believe the actual job title is a data analyst associate. Sick. Yeah, data's data. Just not fun data. Hey man, medical data is super fun. Kidding me? And super illegal to access. You're gonna be all up in that HIPAA life. Oh yeah, that's just okay. Where am I defining the meta box? The normal meta box, not the enemy meta box. I'm doing that. It's right here. so what is it? Walking paths equals get post meta post ID explore. What did I call it? Walking path? Don't mind me. I just can't remember shit. I called it explore. No, shit. I didn't change the name. Come on, son. Walking path. That works. Oh no, I just called it explore path. Shit. I just didn't change the ID. Marshy Blues. Cool. Yeah, my buddy Sean Smith, he's a data analyst. Not quite a data scientist, but he does business data analytics. You know, working in Python and stuff. And he was working for Beachbodies for a while. I was working with him there for a little bit. But you know, he's got his masters in math, and he was doing a doctorate program recently, and then now he's going to Yale. Starting a master's program. Shit, I think it was Yale or Harvard. One of those where I'm like, what? Like, he's my age. Like, why you going back to school, dude? Some people just have to be in school. Not my thing. But now he's working for Red Bull. Been there for years. Dude, one of the requirements listed on the job listing was knowledge of Power B. Is that BL or BI? Capital I. And I'm already dreading it. Power B. I'm interested. Is it BI or BL? I hate the fact that L and capital I are the same fucking letter. Yeah, okay, it's I. Power... Oh, data visualization. Ooh, it's a Microsoft product? Bleh. You're gonna be in that Azure life. Working on Microsoft Teams and shit. Connect to visual... Visualize any data seamlessly, infuse visuals into the apps you use. What is this, like generating graphs based off data or some shit? It's just a graph thing? What are you impacting, bro? AI tech. Well, this seems... Yeah, okay. Ooh. It's just a graph generator through data. Pretty. Where does it go though? Can you do like embed it into a presentations or some shit, or don't let all their buzzwords fool you? I know. Super buzzy on this website. Ooh. Gartner uses them. I am well aware of these companies. Here we go. Here's the real money. In my opinion, it's an application for boomers to feel good about their presentations. You better fucking know how to use it. Make your boomers happy. Alright. I wonder if it's super stupid. Like, do they have a little documentation? No, why would they? Where's your fucking... I mean, use cases are fine. No, I don't care about that. Does you have like a little doc? It's simple yet tedious to use. Is it? It's just a lot of typing. Shit. Should have muted. I apologize. Microsoft Fabric. Oof. Alright. Excel data import. Design your... Can't you just generate graphs in Excel anyways? I guess they don't move. They're not as pretty. That's interesting. I know, right? You know, I was generating graphs, Google Analytics graphs, using Google's own, I think they have their own little graph chart SDK. That's just pretty cool, but then I used ChatGPT. I said, hey dude, make me a bar chart, you know, in just plain HTML, plain styling, you know, JavaScript, whatever. Just like this little HTML file given this data, and I like handed it just like 10 rows or whatever for an X and a Y axis. And yeah, it just generated a sweet little chart. It does have some decent automation capabilities for analyzing databases. Oh, okay. I know I'm technically data science, but I work with matrices, not databases. True. Matrices. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you're like farther back. Yeah, I worked with data scientists before where they were like one level behind like that. Like they work with the large data sets that aren't just normal like database collecting data. Like you said, it's just like these giant data sources, and that they're basically enhancing the data and optimizing it. You get like this amount of data, and then they turn into like this amount of data, like insights basically. And I always found that really interesting. And like super boring to hear about though. Oof, the meetings where they would present their things that they're doing. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I'm sure it's super cool. But whenever I present something, it's always like visual, you know? Like, ooh, look at this pretty new section, and this new landing page, and this new feature in our plugin or whatever. And then they're like, look at this text document. We did this and made it look like this, and it did this, you know. Took us 2 months, and we made this data look like this data. It's like, man, I'm sure that's cool. So now we're calling it walking paths. And then the default has to be something now. I need this array to have a default. So we'll do it like this. False equals empty. Walking paths. Then we'll do the walking paths. Otherwise, let's do that. And we'll make it just like default. Hey, Rexby on YouTube. Thanks, man. I'm keeping it up. Appreciate the encouragement. Man, being in the tech industry even just 10 years ago had to be wild, right? The amount of times I've had to explain to my bosses the difference between an AI and an algorithm is disgusting. AI is their favorite fucking word. Dude, AI is everybody's favorite thing right now. And I love hearing execs and, you know, product people talk about it as if, like, it's a new initiative. Like, okay, here we go. We're going to bring AI in. It's like, okay, what do you want to do with it? They're like, let's bring it in. Let's work with it, you know? Integrate it somewhere. What can we do? It exists. Let's use it. I'm like, you know, GPT models and AI have been around for like 20 years. You know what I mean? I mean, I know OpenAI really, generative AI stuff has been relatively new, but like, I mean, we had Watson a long time ago. We've been using that for a long. We've had, you know, NLPs like Amazon Comprehend for a while now, right? And you know, it's all about publicity. Once it gets out there and people realize what it can do, then like everyone's like, ooh, how can we use it? Sometimes it's good. Mostly it's just a big ass cost. Does AI literally change designer? What's your opinion on, I'm talking about, oh, UX UI? Yeah. So AI for designing, it hasn't gotten to the point where I think it's changing anything. I still know and work with, you know, designers that aren't like using AI to generate new UX, UI designs or anything like that. They're still very much dependent upon. But the way I always say it is AI will help the mom and pop shops make their mom and pop shops quicker, you know, and cost effectively. And the companies that have the money to use real people will always need the people, because even if the people that they're using are relying on AI to an extent to make their work quicker and better, you know, they're still going to rely on designers, in my opinion. What would you say, Lava? First learning model was 2001. Yeah, see? But the idea was first introduced in 1968. Shit, that's old. AI can create some okay looking flex boxes, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, as far as like existing design structures like grid and flex and stuff like that, I mean, AI can definitely generate the code for it. It's not always efficient code. Sometimes it's wrong, but you know, it's getting better as it learns. I think it'll be cool to hand AI a Figma file and be like, make it. And then it'll just output all your template file for you. It can give you the structure right, just not the creativity. Yeah, exactly. And the user interface, right? Like the way that the transition flows, like adding an ease, because I like the way it looks, the way the drop down looks with an ease as opposed to not, or this hover effect. Yeah, so I mean, you could say, hey, give me a really pretty, but come on, pretty is very subjective. All these buzzwords are subjective. They're very human. You know what I mean? The designs are very human. And that makes it harder for AI to hand out something where you're just like, yep, perfect. But it sure can create a lot of fake websites and shit really quickly for people. I'm just still I'm still keeping my eye on user agents, like AI agents, because that's going to change the game for web developers. Because you know, eventually a big portion of the population who have a hard time navigating websites to find things, like older people, instead they'll be using, you know, hey phone, can you go to Amazon, buy me a new colander for cooking, and then go buy me movie tickets or some shit for this movie I like. Alright, bye. And then the user agents will go to the websites. They'll go to Amazon, they'll buy the shit you wanted to, they already have your information, then they'll go to the movie site and they'll find the time, and they'll say, oh hey, what about, what time do you want? And then you'll just be like, boop, and then it'll do all that. So in essence, the AI agent is now the user on the websites. So then what do you have to do? You have to make it friendly for them. So you need agent optimization, right? And then that will basically mean that web developers need to now optimize websites for agents, maybe even set up direct API endpoints so they can just do whatever they need to do without the whole UI portion. Hey, Beto's here. Will be something more like an Iron Man Jarvis, helping but not doing all alone. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, eventually we'll just be talking to our shit and be like, do this, do that, and then it'll do it for you. And then, if you want to go to a website to see some shit, then you'll have to do that. It can't watch a YouTube video for you, right? I'm thinking AI could not understand emotion, right, till now. So, how it's replaced psychology, part of designer or web developer. Yeah. Well, because AI, it can only do what's already existed, right? So, if the methodology for users' emotions on a website or, emotional impacts on certain designs are well documented, AI knows about it. So it can implement those things, but it can't invent them, right? And people's emotions change. Red doesn't mean the same thing today that it meant, 10 years ago online. Or, rounded borders didn't mean the same thing. It's like trends change and AI is going to have to change with it, but it's going to be behind no matter what. Did you know you can technically write Python code in Facebook's search bar now? What? And they added llama to it? What? You can put Python code? Actually, AI can 100% watch a YouTube video for you. Yeah, but you can't enjoy it. Sure, I can be like, hey, go to this video and break it down for me, but no, you know what I mean. People are gonna still want to be fucking laugh at things and watch videos, and there's still things we're gonna want to do visually online. So we're not just gonna be like, hey, watch the latest butt fucks channel on YouTube and tell me if it's funny or not. It's like, yes, it was very funny. Haha, haha. It's like, good. I'm glad that video was funny. We're back to agents. I don't want AI watching my favorite series to tell me what it's about. I know. That's what I'm saying. I think that is a really funny idea for a skit though, right? Someone's just sitting there like, hey, Google, can you go watch the newest fucking Oppenheimer, what is it? Barbie movie, whatever it is, and tell me if I like it. So I can tell all my friends that I saw it. It's so lame. Kids are lazy right now. I can't imagine if they don't even have to consume content. Man, chat's access today. No coding today. I know, right? It's gonna be a lot of talking, not a lot of coding. I'm so close too. I have this walking paths ready to go. I've got my meta box ready to go. But I don't exactly... Yeah, see, I have the index, I have the walking point. Yeah, so this is all good to go. I just need to make it savable. Nah, I love active chat. This is great. Got some heavy hitters on the streams. Yeah, and Alberto, he's another new guy that's been showing up lately. Alberto, are you WordPress dev? Is that right? I might be mixing you up with someone else. I forget if you're a WordPress dev. Like instead of watching a movie, I prefer AI looking at my fridge inventory and ordering food as needed. Right, exactly. I just saw a comment about AI where they're like, I want AI to do all this other shit for me so that I can be creative, create art, and write. You know what I mean? I don't want it to create art and write for me so I have time to work. Amazon's grocery store AI? No, I mean, I know about the whole, walk in, walk out thing without using a checkout or anything like that into stores. Is that the AI system you're talking about? Because okay, let's see what this is. Yeah, you're WordPress dev. Okay, cool. That's right. Yeah, Berto's he's WordPress dev. Let's see here. Let's check out this article. I'm interested now. Amazon's just walkout store. Okay, yeah. Wait, what? Relied on 1,000 people in India watching, not AI. Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, because when I was flying for my recent trip, they have those stores in the airport where you just walk in and you walk in with your credit card, and then you just pick up shit and walk out. And it's watching everything you're doing to keep track of what you're picking up and leaving with. Like there's just a million cameras. Yeah. Amazon withdrawals, just walk out. Its replacement, the Dash Cart, a smart shopping cart, will harness integrated scanner screen to enhance the shopping experience. Okay. Yeah, but it says that it relied heavily on manual monitoring by 1,000 people in India. See, creating jobs. But they advanced this week that it's bailing on the just walkout technology, which use cameras and sensors. See, that's what I knew. I think that's what it's currently doing. It's just like using cameras and shit and weight scanners. And it's gonna shift to what the fuck? Gonna shift to Dash Cart, a self-checkout shopping alternative. Yeah, I'll have to look at Dash Cart. I don't know what that is. AI. Actually, India. Dude, that's funny. I like that. And I will be using that. And not giving you credit when I talk to my coworkers about it. Yeah, it's really interesting. The whole checking out. Like, the other day I was at the grocery store and I was checking out, and I was watching this really shitty teenager scan all my things really slow. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, this is so manual and archaic. And I wasn't thinking at the time like, oh man, it would be cool to have the whole wall, whatchamacallit, Whole Foods store where you just go in and walk out or whatever, like what Amazon had been testing out. I was thinking more like, why can't we just invent smart fucking labels on food? I mean, you could mass produce them, paper, just like a security scanner, little RFC tag, whatever, with a little bit of information in it. And like, why can't you just pull it up in front of the fucking checkout person? They click a button, it scans everything in the cart because they all have the label, and then you just fucking pay for what's in your cart. You don't have to put anything anywhere. You don't have to bag it or whatever. Maybe even have the cart pre-filled with bags, and you just put all your shit in the bags when you're picking it out, right? And I was like, cool, yeah, scan, boop, done, pay, out. And then eventually, you could just do that as you're walking out at the door. To get out, you have to get scanned and pay for it. But yeah, I mean, there's I guess you could like take the labels off or some shit, but you could also just pocket food in your clothes and walk out with it. So, I mean, everything's the honor system. The rules only really help. You know, the rules are for the people that are not gonna steal shit, right? Just like locks on your door are for, you know, honest people. The not honest people just fucking pick your locks or they break through your door. Yeah, so I think that would be a good solution. Some tinfoil wrapping paper will get her done. You can make a little lead block so they can't scan it. Oh man, yeah, it looks like you have more. But there has to be like a weight thing too. Like you're rolling over a fucking scale at the same time, so it's like a double check. Be like, okay, this is, you know, based off of the labels that are in there and the weight, it doesn't add up. And be like, burr, 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 you know. I'm telling you, it's the future. I will invent it. Beacon labels for auto scanning. And then, you know, hey, Mahmoud's here too. Man, everyone's on today. This is a fantastic, well, it's Friday now for me. This is a fantastic Friday. Thursday, Friday. Mahmoud's in Egypt. He's also in the dev field. Dude, welcome to the party. Yeah, we got some WordPress devs here. We got our data scientist, data analyst graduating tomorrow. We got Rexby over on YouTube. This is fun. Okay. Hey, average viewers going way up today. Let's go. Hype train. Oh wait, I don't have any ability to do hype trains. This is my version of a hype train. And yeah, Mahmoud, we were just talking about AI. And I was pitching my idea for auto scanning groceries in your cart. Because Lava was showing me an article about Amazon using people in India instead of AI to do their monitoring for their auto stores. And I think that's hilarious. Oh, undefined property. Meta prefix. Okay, fuck you. Let's share this plugin. Okay. So where's my new meta box? Oh wait, shit. Do characters not get this meta box? Hold on. Explore point. No, yeah, it's explore. Yeah, it should show up. Let's double check I put this correct. Oh, false in array. Whoops. I copied blindly. It's if it's in these two. That's what I want to show. All right. Yes, walking path, you are here. Though, didn't I put a default for you? Oh shit, maybe I didn't set it correctly. The default is just an empty, yeah, see that's not gonna work. I need to do getting off work now, so unfortunately I have to hop. Alright Lava. Thanks for jumping on, man. You get home safe and have a good night. Tell the missus I say, what's up? And we'll start this with 0. And then we'll do left 0. Right? No. This needs to be an array as well. Shorthand arrays. So much better than regular arrays. But they are not backwards compatible, unfortunately. Okay, let's see if this works now. Should just have some empty number fields. There we go. Yep. We got top. So I'm developing a repeater field in the editor for NPCs to be able to walk to different points on the map. Like I can set them up. So when I need them to, they can start walking on a predefined path. So if like I need somebody to walk off screen after they talk to you, or if I want somebody to walk back and forth. You know, in like Pokemon, when you go to like Pal Town or some shit, there's just people walking back and forth. You can talk to them and stuff. I want to be able to do that. So I'm setting up this new meta box field for it. But since it's a repeater field, I need to develop the repeating portion, which is going to be a plus button at the end. Add field. And let's put this all inside of a container. Repeat, and we'll make this a general thing. Oh, I see you're really doing well. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Doing my best. Trying to get this done. I just realized that I hadn't been streaming on Twitch for the past 3 days. Because OBS wasn't starting it. It was working on YouTube, but it wasn't starting Twitch, so I probably looks like I hadn't been streaming even though I was. Repeater container, which is super annoying. I screwed myself though. I was trying to set up, because I got over 50 subscribers on YouTube, I was able to start streaming on YouTube Shorts, and so I was setting up another stream for YouTube Shorts separately. So I would have 3 streams going at the same time, basically. Tri-casting. And bad idea. My computer couldn't handle it. Everything was slow. Like, I was just choppy the whole time. And the new extension that I added to OBS to do it screwed my other streams. I think it screwed up my Twitch stream too. That's why it's not starting automatically. I gotta figure out how to get rid of it. I actually don't know how. Because it kind of just like auto-installed itself when I installed it, it like automatically added itself to OBS. So I'm not exactly sure how to get it out of there. Alright, so this add field. I'll just make it a plus. Cool. So add field inside of this repeating container. Now I can add JavaScript that when you click add field, it'll just create 2 new fields with empty values in the next index. And then when you save, it'll automatically save it, because that's how form submissions work. And it'll add to the database, and then when you refresh, it should still be there with the values and stuff. Hopefully this all works actually, because I haven't done this in Gutenberg. I haven't created a repeater field in Gutenberg yet. I know this isn't how you actually do it in Gutenberg. They have their own metabox, JavaScript, React-based metabox system. But I'm a little lazy, so I'm using the old school system. Alright, add field. Let's double check the plus button is showing up. Shoot, actually that's not good that I have that error coming up. Uh-oh. 'Cause Let's take a detour. Undefined property. Shoot. Huh. Oh no. Did I miss one? Shit. This is from a plugin that was updated recently. Is it the share buttons plugin? Uh-oh. Did I miss that prefix? No. Okay, maybe it was follow buttons. These were all updated recently. Shit. I did. One was missed. Well, that's gonna be something I do tomorrow. That's what happens when you author a plugin. Yeah, recently I had to do some PHP 8.2 updates on some plugins that I authored. And it looks like I forgot something. Check the support channel some other time. Okay, let's see. Do we get the plus button now? We do. Cool. Who did the pixel characters? So I actually got this from a pixel character generator website where you can like choose the way they look. It's pretty robust. Let's see if I can find it. Pixel character or avatar, I think it was avatar maker. Shit, is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. I did. Is it this one? Mini pix? Or is it this one? Might just be this one. Yeah, you see. Look familiar? So I basically just created the characters to look like the ones that I wanted in this. You know, like I gave them their cloaks and, you know, their faces and shit. You know, it has a pretty decent amount of art, and then you just kind of download it. And I just converted it to an SVG. And then you can see, he looks just like him. So these are all using this avatar creator. I created one for each, but I had to physically make the other 3 positions for him, like left, right, up. So those are all, I had to create these, I had to make them look like that in Photoshop. I just kind of set it up for pixel art, and then I manually, you know, covered his face with hair to make it look like the back of his head. I created his cloak, you know, in pixel art. But you can see the left and the right are pretty janky. I didn't really know how to do side views of characters, but whatever, it's not super noticeable. And I don't plan on these being the final assets anyways. Eventually I'll just Fiverr somebody, have them make some pro stuff, but they work for now. And I manually, I created these GIFs of their heads moving and their feet moving. Like I made that just in Photoshop using the timeline. I generated the GIF arts. So these are actually just, you know, GIFs that I trigger to change when you move him. So like the image is actually changing when he moves. It's not like the individual feet. See, look at this. If you see the picture, it's a PNG. But when he walks, it turns into a GIF. So you see now, it's a GIF because he's walking. Yeah. Just thinking out of the box. That type of the character stuff. That the type of that character's file. Yeah, it's just a PNG file when he's not moving, and then it changes to a GIF when he is moving, so it can be animated. Yeah, GIF. Boop. Okay. Yeah. That's basically what I do. That's what I've been doing for years. Coming up with very simple solutions for problems. I mean, I spent the last, decade or so coming into meetings about how something should be engineered. And they bring me in and they're like, okay, what do you think? We want to do this, and we think we should bring in this library, and we should, create this custom block, and we should make it all function like this. And then I'll just be like, let's not do any of that. Let's use a block that exists and just style it to do this, and use CSS3 animation. And they'll be like, ooh, like I'm just blowing people's mind, when in actuality I'm just lazy. I want it to be as simple as possible, quick as possible, and simple is usually more performant. I think we've all learned. That's why I've gotten back into like just vanilla JavaScript, like as simple as possible. I mean, it's a lot of typing sometimes, but I can't harp on it enough. It's just, if you can do it with just simple mechanics, then it makes everything easier. And when you break things down to how they're built, then it's really easy to do that. Because if you don't know how things are built, then everything's magic, and you need to bring in a third party something to work with it. But like, if you know how this is built, if somebody walked into this website right now and they're like, oh shit, how do I even use this system to build a new level with new characters? Like, it would be super confusing to them, and they'd think like, oh fuck, I'm gonna need, ACF, and I'm gonna need to create new custom fields, or I'm gonna need to, work with some other system that I've never used before. But then, once you know the magic behind it, which is just data goes to the front end, and you style it, and use JavaScript to move it. I mean, that's a website, right? It applies to everything too, which is really cool. And now, do I have an... Oh yeah, hell yeah. Look at this. I already have... Oh no, shit. I'm gonna plug in. I don't know if I have a JavaScript file in the admin already. No, it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna have to create one. Well, let's do it then. No time like the present. So we'll create a new file. This is gonna be admin.js. I have to remember how to enqueue this in the editor. I think it's just admin init and then queue it. I don't think I need to do anything special to get it to run alongside Gutenberg. So I think we're good there. Let's steal you. Cool. Cool. Explore.js, you long. Where's the bottom? Is it? Nope. 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 Oh, here we go. Alright. Nope. What the hell? Who built you? Where's the end of my load? Wow, is it really that high up? These are all just functions. Let's just find the bottom. I guess it doesn't need a lot of stuff on load. A lot of it's just interaction stuff. So it does kind of make sense. Alright, I thought there was something at the end of it. I could have just typed that. Okay, so now we're in the admin. What we need to do is repeater field functionality sick repeater containers. We're gonna make this backwards compatible, not backwards compatible, future proof. We're gonna make it so it works with any repeater field I want to do. That's gonna be a repeater container. Cool. Selector. And if they exist, then let's do a nice little for each. And then we'll do repeater container. Cool. Alright, so now we can start acting like it's singular now. So first we need the add button. Add field. Repeater container. And then we're going to query within that container is it add field? I think that's what I called it. Let's double check. Add field, yeah. Cool. Now we have that. And if add field exists, let's add a click event to it. Listener, click. Cool. Great. So now we have new field adding stuff. So what I need to do is grab, I don't know, I'll just grab the last one. So what are they called? Yeah, we'll grab the last one, which will be, I guess I should probably make a wrapper for this then. This will just be field container, which again could be backwards, it could be future proof for future uses. Hi brother, I have a question. How should I start if I want to become a developer? Great question, Mr. Classic. You know, if you want to be a developer, you need to develop. Honestly, start working. I wouldn't even hesitate to say that you should just start looking for little side gigs. People that don't have a lot of money, but they need something done, and you know, they don't necessarily care about time quality so much as like they can't do it themselves because they're an old lady or something, you know what I mean? Great resources for that is like Craigslist, job boards, really places where people are looking for off the books kind of, you know, side jobs. Upwork is a great place for that. Fiverr is a great place for that. And just set your rate low, because right now you're not worried about making money, you're worried about building your resume. So do that. Build somebody a WordPress website using third-party themes and plugins. Just get used to building things. Use Wix, use Shopify, you know, whatever the client wants, and then start learning how it's built. Like WordPress is a great example of, you could start building websites on WordPress without knowing how it's built, right? And you can learn about the structure of it, You can learn about how content goes on the page, that kind of stuff. And then start looking into developing on the platform. Because WordPress is a good one to start with, because you learn PHP, JavaScript, styling with CSS or Sass, whatever you're using. And all these different frameworks can come together, all these different languages. So you get a good understanding of everything. And it's not super, it's a low bar to get into it. Yeah, you are right. I know how to work with WordPress and Elementor's awesome, but I want to know like coding. What's the best way to learn code? Yeah, it's to use code. So what I would do is, if you're not used to working with IDEs like this is just PHP Storm, but you can use a free one, Sublime Text or Brackets, or I might be calling old ones. What do we got here? I got Beto sending me something. Oh, nice. Ooh, hell yeah, man. That's way better. You killed it. I'm gonna steal this for the side view. But yeah, Mr. Classic. So to get into coding, I would 100% start looking at the stuff you're building in WordPress and seeing how it's built. Because at the end of the day, the themes are 4 files. An entire theme is just style CSS file, an index PHP for your blog post page, your header and your footer, and then, single page. These are all just default templates. And like, that's it. This is how you name your theme. And that's what shows up in the admin. When you go to activate a theme, it's all right here. This is it. And if you have theme name, and a style CSS file, WordPress knows to pull that into the theme section and you activate it. So what I would do is, next time you're working on a WordPress site and they want a page built, build it yourself. Don't use Elementor. Even if it's just one of the pages or a special landing page on a website, make it yourself. And by making it yourself, I mean, don't make the content yourself. Obviously, use a page builder for just the normal content, but like style everything yourself. Make sure, if they want an accordion, don't use like a third-party accordion block. Build it yourself. Go into the JavaScript and learn how events work. Click events and toggle classing. You know what I mean? Like when you click it, toggles the class, and then all you have to do is style it, right? That's how I learned everything. I just started building it myself, and I stopped using third-party, accessories and extra blocks and extra plugins and stuff, because that's how you make things performant. And then now I have all the tools to build whatever I want, so that's how I can build a WordPress game, in JavaScript, because I already know how everything works. So I can just do what I know, utilize the tools in a new way. So yeah, my best advice would be start building things yourself. I know it can be hard sometimes. Yeah, and like Mahmoud's telling me over on Twitch, it's really good to know the basics of HTML and CSS and JS. So, but my thing is, I can't learn unless I have a project where I have to use it. So like, that's what I'm saying. If it's a job, it makes it a lot easier. If somebody needs a new section on their website, like build that from scratch. Even if you're using Elementor somewhere else on the website, like build their new category page, register your own taxonomies, make your own template in PHP and style it yourself. Like that's how you learn how the code works, is by using it. And you can just fucking Google most of that and Stack Overflow. WordPress documentation is great. If I need to know, get user meta, right? The function. The WordPress developer resources This will tell you how all the functions work. So when you're in your theme and looking at the code, you just run over here and you're good to go. And you can figure out exactly what it needs and how it works. And they even give you examples underneath. People submit, you know, like how to use these functions and in what case they are. How long are you in the WordPress world? So I've been a WordPress programmer for about 15 years now. I've been a web developer for 20. So I've had a lot of work and I've done a lot of jobs. So that's why I know a lot about WordPress programming in general, just because I've had to do so many jobs. I mean, if you look, yeah, no problem, man. Check it out. If you look at LinkedIn here, I'll show you real quick. Oof, I'm bombarded here. Pay no attention to all these messages. So, if you take a quick look at the experience, here we go. So I've got about 12 jobs on LinkedIn showing, right? But like, it all started, I was working with post-production. I was doing photo retouching. So I wasn't even working in web development, you know? Back then. But I was doing web development at the post-production company because I was just building little websites for people in the photo studio. And then, you know, that gave me the confidence to start working for an e-commerce site, and I was actually working there. Then I got really big, you know, into WordPress programming. You know, back in 2015 is when I started getting really into hardcore coding standards and stuff, because I worked with other people that were smarter than me, and I absorbed their knowledge. And then, you know, that's when I was able to lead a team, right, for investors.com, which is, you know, used to be one of the most highly trafficked WordPress sites in the world. And so a lot of stakes. And yeah, then big companies started taking notice of my resume. So I worked for Warner Brothers, Disney, Universal, and so on and so forth. And yeah, and things just progressed from there. So yeah, no, it's crazy. So that's how you get into it, though, because once they see that you've worked for a company, you know, and you know your skill set is listed there, but yeah, big companies will take notice and they'll take a chance on you because you've already proven you can work for people. You know, you've worked for a company before. You've developed websites for people, and you're working with clients. You're working with stakeholders. You're working with QA shit. Oh yeah, long career. Long, tiring career. I mean, I didn't go to college for this, you know? I didn't have a starting point where I could be like, hey, look, I have the certificate proving that I have some basic knowledge. I just had to show them, you know? And then my resume spoke for itself after a while. How do you deal with client-like payment? I have a lot of issues with them. Dude, I did freelance for years. Getting clients to pay, man, that was one of my most annoying parts. You know what's really good, and you probably already have this, but if you don't, get a good invoicing system. Something that looks official. Because when you send them an invoice, like I use Zoho invoice when I was doing it. I don't use that anymore because I don't do invoices, but if you get that official looking invoice with your company name or whatever, your name kind of looks official, and you send them that invoice, you know, it really makes it feel more official, and they get a little bit more like, oh shit, I gotta pay this. Especially Zoho had a reminder system where you could like click remind them they haven't paid yet. Hey,
Cellular Batten just followed.
Thanks, Cellular Batten. Look at all the Grahams on the screen. Yeah, so yeah, the invoice system would send them reminders and stuff, right? And that was them. They were starting to get a little nervous because like, oh shit, you know, now he knows that we haven't paid yet. Sometimes it would work. Sometimes I'd have to reach out directly. A phone call makes a big difference. Emails are easy to ignore. And if you have a phone number to call them, you know what I never was? I was never mean. I was never angry. And that made everybody at ease, especially when they were really nervous about being behind on payments. Because sometimes they are. You know, I'm dealing with small clients when I'm doing freelance. I'm working on Craigslist, right? Yeah. And if they're scared, they'll ignore you, regardless of how much they owe you. If they're scared to talk to you, they'll ignore you. Like if you're angry and you're sending angry emails and stuff like, hey motherfucker, like I'm gonna get my lawyer on you, or they'll completely ghost you. And especially if you're taking small clients like I was, it was really easy for them to ghost you. So instead of that, I would give them time. You know, I'd be like, hey, I know this is, you know, it's been a while, but if you're having problems paying the full invoice, pay half. You want to do payments, you know, like monthly payments? You know, I want to work with you here because I want to get paid for my work, and I want you to feel comfortable knowing you haven't stolen, because it's probably hurting your psyche. So yeah, that's really good advice. I'm also really peaceful in charging freelance work. Yeah, you have to be, because you're in control. You're the one that is getting screwed. So if everyone's scared, then no one's going to get paid. And like I said, it's really easy for people to ghost you instead of, you know, go out of their way to pay you, no matter how many times you talk to them. Yeah. So, yeah, but definitely an official looking invoice system usually does the trick. Especially if, I don't know, you have like an official sounding company name. I was using my normal freelance business is called Storebloom, storebloom.com. So I had a little logo, and I still have, it's still my normal, like I still have the domain, which is actually it's doing pretty well as far as price. If I was going to sell that domain name, Storebloom, because I was building e-commerce sites, blooming stores. So yeah, I had a nice little logo, I had, you know, my signature, and the invoice was really official looking, and, you know, even though it was just me, I never did an LLC or anything, even though I probably should have. And yeah, just being nice to people, be understanding. You know, these aren't Disney. If Disney's not paying you, you fucking go crazy. You go crazy on them. You talk to HR. You yell at their accounting firm. You know, but you know, if Daniel from Texas doesn't have it, doesn't have the money right now, or he just had to pay 10 other vendors because, you know, whatever, something happened with his stock, then you're gonna have to work with him. Lol, I have a landing page with only my phone number. Yeah, I didn't even have, like, I had storebloom.com for a long time as my portfolio site, but, you know, I just took it down. I think I've given this advice before, but portfolio sites don't matter. Oh, I forwarded storebloom.com to orbemortar.com. Smart me. Yeah, yeah, this is my WordPress site, because I develop, you know, Orbem is the whole reason this game exists. This is my sci-fi fantasy series that I wrote. It's available on Amazon. Eventually, it's going to be a 4-book series. It's book 2 comes out July 1st. That's what I'm working on right now, when I'm not working on the video game. Oh yeah, so, yeah, some rich people suck. They have enough, but they're not willing to pay. Yeah, sometimes. See, rich people are almost as bad as poor people, right? Because they're really you know, they keep control of their money so tightly because, you know, they want to stay rich. So spending any money is a pain in the ass. The best thing you can do is make sure all your correspondences are in text. And if you are going to do a phone call, make sure don't record it. It's kind of weird, but take notes on what you guys are talking about. Places, dates, times, numbers, and that kind of stuff. And, you know, make sure you have all your numbers in line. Because, you know, it might get to a point where if they're not paying, you have to go take them to court. Or at least threaten to take legal action to get whatever money it is. Because they're stealing. If you had an agreement and they're not willing to pay, they are stealing from you. And, you know, it's good to be nice and give them time, but if they're just being dicks and being like, I don't like what you did, I'm not going to pay. It's like, you better have a pretty damn good reason why you don't like what I did, you know? You can't just pull out last minute because we had an agreement. You know, I sent you an invoice for the finished work. We had what I was going to do. I did it, and I can prove I did it. So I usually just send leads. My last live projects. Yeah, live projects are better. I had a portfolio, but I'm working on it again. Need a better job. Yeah. Dude, do you want to start your own company? Yeah, well, to finish the portfolio thing, I basically don't. A resume should be your portfolio. You can put links inside your resume to past projects to show what you've done, like for all those little times. You're like, oh, I built this. Like, if I, backdoor, if you don't trust them. Yeah, exactly. But like, if I, on my resume, I'd put this, right? Like, this isn't part of my portfolio, but I built DisneySyncLink.com for Disney. So I built this website, right? And they, you know, it's something I can point people to and be like, yeah, see, like I did that. So it's good to have examples of work you've done, but you know, depending on who you're applying for, they really just want to know who you've worked for, what you did there, and how long you did it. Honestly, I work with HR a lot, and if you haven't worked at a place for more than 2 years, and this is like a full-time job you're applying for, a lot of times they'll just say, sorry, man. Like, if you're just working freelance all the time, and it's not long-term freelance, then it's really hard to get your foot in the door for a real company at higher level positions. Now, this is different for associate level positions. If you're getting in your foot in the door for a basically zero experience position, which means you're at the lower end of pay, but like, we don't care about that right now, we're trying to get our foot in the door, then a lot of times the bar is very low. That also means that the talent pool is higher, so you know, that's something you got to contend with, but that's where your freelance experience will come in handy. You can say, I worked on this website for 2 years with this client. You know, you can consider that a contracting position. You don't have to say it's like, oh, freelance, you know, whatever, just one of my clients. It's like, no, it's a contracting position. It's a long-term contracting position where I worked on this website and I worked on this technology or whatever. So, you know, resumes are a good way to manipulate the truth, to say what you did in a different way, right? So it fits the job you're applying for. But yeah, do I want to start my own company? I mean, I don't want to work for anybody, yeah. Being my own boss is where it's at. I really hope that this book series will lead to, you know, an outlet for me to have freedom to not have to work for another person. Like, you know, if this, you know, once the 4 books are done and I can start marketing it, like starting a new series, you know, eventually could turn into something, especially if it becomes a movie, huh? or a TV show or something, it gets picked up, which is would be great. But that's why I'm trying so hard on all these marketing techniques, you know. I made music, I make the video game, I do all the different versions of the book, and merch. Look, you can wear me. This is actually a cool shirt. I have a few of these where it has just the avatar art. And yeah, you can find this on, what is it, merch.amazon.com. It's actually a cool service. So I use this service. It's like a on-demand printing service through Amazon. And the best part is that you go on Amazon, and if you look up Orbem order, let's see if it pops up. It's got to be for clothes. Is it one word? Might be one word. Oh, I hate that it spells this. Orbem order. Yeah, man. Oh, see, look at it. It keeps respelling it. Stop it. There you go. So if you go on Amazon and you search Orbem, which obviously is really hard to do, you can buy this directly on Amazon. All this merch. And, you know, I created all these designs. I submitted them, and they basically approve them, and then, yeah. You can pick up all this junk, and they just, you know, they create it, and they ship it to you, and they handle everything. It's like drop shipping. And then, I get whatever royalty from the sales. Yeah, I mean, nobody buys it right now, but it's all just set up. But, oh, you shared the PNG photo on Discord. Thank you. Yeah, I'm stoked. My version of this is so bad. I don't mind the back view that I did, but yeah. Yeah, a little side hustle. Yeah, I got a lot of those. And writing a book is a lot of work, so you know, it takes a lot of the time, but it's been very fulfilling doing something creative like that. So I don't mind a little bit of the work, a little investment, and you know, hopefully it turns into something in the future, but yeah, it's all about getting the word out there. I'm trying to grab a repeater container. Container. Just look there. Yeah, and all the music you guys hear in the background are my old bands, or stuff I recorded recently for Orbem, you know, Orbem inspired music. So if any of the songs tickle your fancy, let me know. A lot of them are online. You can find them. Some of them are too old. I think this one's available on Reverb Nation under my old band Translate the Name. So yeah, there's an album there. I also have a Fiverr gig where you can hire me to scream or sing on your metal song or your screamo song. More side hustles. That one's just for fun. I don't charge that much. We're trying to get the new container, which, actually, let's just go look at the HTML. A little bit of everything. Great work. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. I am a jack of all trades, master of none. If it's on a computer, I can probably do something with it. Maybe a little bit. Field container, that's the new one. Yeah, and hopefully this game generates some more buzz about the Orbem series and the Orbem universe. Because it's going to be following the book series, pretty much, storyline-wise. So if people like it, you know, they can be like, oh shit, let's read the source of the video game. That's the point. Why is this not finding it? Oh shit. Repeater. Oh no. Field container. That's why. Oh man. I didn't realize what time it is. I've been having too much fun. Well, hey, I know most of you are already following me or subscribing to me. But if you haven't yet, follow, subscribe to the YouTube or Twitch, so we can talk some more in the future. But I usually stream from 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. I'm a little bit over tonight just because there's been some great conversations going on. And yes, Mr. Classic, the grind is real, and I'm glad you love to see it. I appreciate you jumping on. And yeah, appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Let's actually raid somebody since we have a few people on. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see what we can do here. Who can we raid? Is Grumblepug's on? He is on. Awesome. So let's go back. We're gonna raid Grumblepugs. I like this dude. He has been building a really cool video game about like a bat running around, which is really cool. Let's go to dashboard. Stream manager. I've never worked that much with custom fields. So are you basically creating a repeater field for distance? Yeah. Beto, I'm creating my own custom field, repeater field, basically like you would do in ACF, which all it is just copying the HTML content of the form field, right? Because once you copy it and you save, then it saves the new value, and that's why I'm doing it as an array value. So you see how the name here, it has these brackets in the name, so that means it's going to save as an array the value of this, and that's how you're able to use like the same name for multiple fields, and it saves as an array. So yeah, registering your own custom fields, I do it every time. I avoid ACF like the plague because it's a crutch, and get fields and all those functions, it's not performant. Yeah, it's not as performant as just using normal fields. Yeah, get into it and get into meta boxes, get into fields. I mean, I would look into, honestly, the Gutenberg React way of handling meta boxes, because I'm just doing it the old way with PHP, but you can do so much with the Gutenberg editor now, and the way that settings save and meta boxes save. But alright, I am going to raid Grumblepugs. So thank you everybody for being on. It's been a fun night, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next stream. See you guys. Alright, now let's go to Twitch, Grumblepug, so I can hear him say hi. Let's see how he's doing. All right.
Hey, Super Magic. I saw you in Jotson's stream today. I'm assuming you're asking me the same question. I kind of didn't hear all of your question. All right, is it worth doing a 3-year game dev course when I only want to develop more simple games, or should I just teach myself? I don't